welcome back to my lovely Year 8 students. We're so excited to have you back at school with us. I'm here to talk to you and the parents about key things that are going to be happening this year, things that we expect from you and things that I see our year group going towards. So I think they've had a really brilliant start back to school after such a long period off school. I know it's been quite challenging for people, but I'm really impressed how well they've settled back in. So, things that have gone really well this year. I've noticed three main things that I think Year 8s have been doing spectacularly well, starting off the year with. These are the brilliant example they're setting to our Year 7 students, really being those leaders and demonstrating how we expect students to behave in Chertsey High. They've been such brilliant examples consistently all the way through the year. I'm really proud to see, going into lessons, all of the students putting in so much effort and working really hard to make sure that they are putting their best into their subjects, making the most of their learning and the most of having their subject specialist teachers there with them. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to go into lessons and see all of the wonderful learning they've been doing. And then finally, being able to walk around at break time and lunchtime and see the positive example that they are setting to their peers, to staff members, and to new members and old members of the school. They've really been a shine out year in terms of achieving, coming back and doing every single thing that we know that they can do and that they should be doing. So, what should Year 8 do this year to be able to be successful? I would really like for them to have their best year yet at Chertsey High School, and I'm asking them to be able to be great. So being great involves them demonstrating growth, demonstrating resilience, being eager, being ambitious, and showing teamwork as well. I think if they do all of these things all at once, they'll be super successful, and even demonstrating one or two of these things every single day will make sure that they have a really productive year and end up having a really solid start to get on to Year 9. So there are some brilliant examples up here that students can do to demonstrate these qualities. For them to demonstrate growth, they could do things such as learn a new skill, develop their understanding in a specific area or something they find a bit challenging. They can own up and say sorry if they've made a mistake and actually say, yeah, I did make that mistake. And to just try and do better. To try and improve every single day. So to go, yeah, I had an okay day yesterday, I'm going to have an even better day today. By doing that, they'll have such a good trajectory through the year. To demonstrate resilience, they can try things over and over and over and over again, even when they're not going right. It's a really key skill in DT, which is the subject I teach, and something that will really serve them well in every subject that they have. Just having that resilience to go, okay, I can try again, okay, I can try again. And to pick yourself up after something goes wrong. So things can go wrong, sometimes we just fail, and that's okay. And to not take that personally and to be able to take a step back from it and start again. To be eager, so to offer to help in class with their teacher or with their peers, to come to lessons with a good mindset, giving everything a go and then giving everything that they do 100%. If they're doing all of these things, it will make them have a really good day and make their teachers notice how brilliant they are. For ambition, this is something that I think we need to work on as a year group, and that's to believe that whatever we want to do, we can do. Every single student in Year 8 could do whatever they want to do, they've just got to believe they can do it and put in that hard work to achieve it. So I really want to see that being done this year. And then finally, teamwork. To take part in sporting activities and clubs, to work well with other people in the class, to include everybody, so if you're working in a group, to make sure you're inviting that person in who maybe hasn't been participating, and to demonstrate really good leadership qualities as well, so to take charge of an opportunity, take charge of an activity and make sure that you are leading it without being bossy, but lead it in a really positive way. So there are four key things that I would like Year 8 to focus on this year. These are their study techniques, the fact that they're starting a new year, building with their relationships with their teachers, and embracing all opportunities offered within the curriculum and within extracurricular activities. So, for Year 8 to have successful study techniques, they are going to need to have a quiet space to be able to work in. That's going to be away from everyone else in the house, for them to just be away, almost in a corner, being able to focus on their work and be able to do what they want to do. To have a duplicate of equipment wherever possible. I appreciate buying things like calculators twice isn't feasible, but to have a set of pens, pencils, highlighters, rubbers there, ready to use and to go with, will really help them have a successful study session, because they can get straight on with it instead of having to search for things that they've lost or lent to their friend or left on the playground. For them to have no distractions. That means no TV in the background, no radio, no computers, no phone, nothing. They need to focus on their homework, and doing that will give them better results, and they'll be able to get their homework done quicker. So it's wins all round. I would say that having specific times wherever possible to complete homework is a really positive thing to have. So for example, setting aside 4 to 6 in your house for them to be the homework times. Obviously things may change through the day, so if you've got extracurricular activities, that may need to be shifted later on, but otherwise you can mostly keep it within the same time. And then finally, to consider how do they retain information. This is something that's going to be a bit of trial and error, so they might try one thing, actually realise that they didn't do that well in the test, so they need to change up their study techniques and try another way to be able to revise. This is a really important skill that I would like for them to nail by the end of year 8, so that they've got that study technique and that knowledge for the rest of the year. The next thing I'd like for year 8 to focus on is that this is a start of a new year. It is a chance to begin again. It's a chance to have a fresh start for every single person that started, an opportunity to do things differently, or a chance to carry on with the success you've already had. So if someone through year 8 maybe hasn't had the most positive year, maybe some choices were made that weren't that positive, or things that didn't help them achieve the best they could, this is their opportunity to start again. That's the best thing about school, is that we get a new year every single September and a chance for them to remake themselves into whatever they want to be. So if you can encourage this mindset, and for them to be able to either reset the year and have more positive interactions with other people, with staff, or feelings about work, or for them to carry on the brilliant year they had in year 7, which I know a lot of our students did. Next up, I would like for our students to be focusing on their relationships with teachers. So for them to be able to have a successful year, I would like for them to look at this year as an opportunity to get to know staff better. We're really interested in everyone. We want to know how they're doing. It's their chance to get to know us, to see what we're interested in, to get to know our specialisms, to see how best we work. We might be able to give them tips or things that could help them do better in their lives. An opportunity to build positive relationships with us. So maybe if there was something that didn't go quite so well last year, or if people feel like a teacher doesn't like them, this is the chance, we all start afresh, to come back and to have that really positive year this year, to rebuild everything that may not have gone quite as to plan. And then finally, this is a great opportunity for them to be taught by subject specialists who love their subject. We are all here because we love our subject, we love teaching, we want to be able to spread the word to everyone. I know over homeschooling, not everyone had access to subject specialist teachers, so this is an opportunity for them to get back, to have those subject specialists, and to be able to enjoy it all over again. And then finally, I'd like for them to be thinking about their opportunities within extracurricular activities. So for them to have a successful year, they should be able to enjoy having access to all of their subjects without having those difficult choices to make. Next year, in year 9, they are going to be making their GCSE options, and that comes fairly early on. This year, they don't have to make any big choices. They've got access to every single subject that we offer in our curriculum. They can take full advantage of that and use this year to explore what they're really interested in, maybe work out new things they're interested in, and discover what maybe they want to take, what direction they want to take in their future career options. And then finally, I'd like for every single student in year 8 to attend at least one extracurricular club on a regular basis. This is quite a big ask, I appreciate. Some people might not want to participate in school, but under usual circumstances, we have a full range of extracurricular activities which are slowly building up as this year goes on. We've got so much to offer. There is going to be something for every single person here. So please go look at the board, see what is there, explore it, give it a go. If you don't like it, just don't come next week, it's fine. But everyone should be attending one on a regular basis. How can you help your child achieve their full potential? If possible, provide them with a quiet space to be able to do their work, even if it's at the corner of the dining room table that they know is theirs to do work with within those specific homework times, or if you're able to get a desk that can be put somewhere quiet. That would be a really helpful way for them to be able to work at home and to embrace those really good study techniques which they learn over the period of lockdown. We do have a homework club running every Monday to Thursday after school. Year 8s have access to a computer room. It's a really good opportunity for those students who maybe don't have that quiet space at home available. That we are there are TAs there, and there are also teachers there that can pop in to be able to help. If at the end of the day you can encourage your child to come and talk to you about their school day, speak to you about how it was, any worries they've had, the best things they've done, every single thing, encouraging them to talk to you will build up that positive relationship and that really good understanding of what's going on at school, so that you're in the know as well as them knowing that you're in the know. It's really good for us to have a united front together, so for teachers and parents to be working together for the best interest of your child. Ultimately, we want what is best for them. So when you support us, you make it so much easier for us to all work together and make sure that they can achieve their full potential. Please encourage your child to attend at least one extracurricular activity. It's a really positive way for them to make friends, explore what we've got to offer here, get to try out new subjects as well. And then finally, keep on doing what you're doing. They wouldn't be who they were without you. They're so lucky to have all of you, and if you continue to engage with them and give them everything you've been given, I know they're going to be, or continue to be, absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to whiz through the required equipment. Now, this is something every single student should have within their pencil case. They do need to have all of these things on them ready to go. If they don't have them, it can hinder them in their learning. Particularly at the moment, we can't be lending out equipment, so it's vital they have this so that they can access everything they need to do. So this includes their school diary, which is given to them. If they lose it or graffiti on it, is a £3 replacement charge, and that'll be at the discretion of a tutor if they need to replace it, or myself. They need to have 3 lead pencils in B, HB and 2B, or 2H, sorry. They need to have a black or dark blue pen for writing. Sky blue pen does not qualify as blue, so it needs to be that dark blue pen, a big classic blue biro. A glue stick that actually has glue in it. We've had some with empty glue. A ballpoint pen in purple for them to be able to write teacher feedback with, or for them to be able to do dirt work with. A pencil sharpener, a scientific calculator, which is the Casio FX83 GTX brand. If you need any advice, you can contact your child's math teachers and they'll be able to show you where to go. Highlighters, a reading book, a non-shatter ruler, a pair of compasses, a protractor, an eraser, a box of 12 coloured pencils, a clear pencil case, a clear refillable water bottle and a small pair of scissors. When you're thinking about reading books, can you make sure that your child has appropriate reading material for school? And I would recommend that they have 2 books. So if they're reading a book at home, they have another book that just lives in their school bag so that they never don't have it. Reading books are a really good way for us to be able to see what your child's getting up to engage with them, have that conversation. If they don't have it, we're missing out on all of that interaction with them. Now, a summary of Year 8. Year 8 is a big step up in terms of curriculum. So they're really going to be leaping up in terms of what they need to be doing, what they need to be achieving, and our expectations of them. And they're going to maintain that high and only get higher through the next few years. They are going to be making their GCSE choices by January pretty much next year in Year 9. So this year is the last year they have where they're not going to be making those big choices or investing in their GCSE year. So it's really great for them to have this chance to be able to explore everything, get to do everything that they need to, and not make those massive choices yet. The subjects this year should be more challenging. The child should be challenged in lessons. We will be assessing where they are after our period of being away, but we will be seeing where they are and then carrying straight on. Our philosophy this year is to keep up, not to catch up. So they need to make sure that they're keeping up with all the work set. If they are off school for whatever reason, they need to make sure that they're emailing teachers or contacting people so that they can get the work sent home. I'd love them to maintain the momentum they had in Year 7. We were having the best year ever as Year 7s. Unfortunately, it was cut short, but I want it to continue this year. I want for us to continue being the best year group, the year group everyone raves about, because we are the best. Sorry, everyone else. And then finally, enjoy all of the subjects. Build the relationships with peers, with staff, with anyone around the school, and to just enjoy it. We're back in school. We should really be embracing all of this time that we have together. And then finally, key dates. We have a 2-week half term between Monday the 26th of October and Friday the 7th of November. We have our Christmas holidays starting on the 17th of December. We have a parents' evening, our first one on the 27th of January, which is a Wednesday. We have Easter holidays starting on the 1st of April. We have half term starting on the 31st of May. We've got an exams week on the 14th of June, and then our last date is Friday the 16th of July. Please just bear in mind that the dates may change according with things that happen this year, but we will obviously inform you of any changes which are made. And then finally, here are my contact details. So if you've got any questions, any worries, any concerns about anything, I feel like I've spoken to quite a lot of you already over the course of last year, but this year you're obviously welcome to contact me. So my email address is sheene, SHEENE, at chertseyhighschool.co.uk, and then I've got all the tutors up here as well. So on the French side of the year, there's Mrs. Tack with the Garrett Anderson tutor group, Mr. Cooper with the Newton tutor group, Miss Giltonen with the Pankhurst tutor group, Miss Baker with Nightingale, Mr. Solaz with Tolkien, and Mrs. O'Sullivan with Wilberforce. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you found this informative. If you've got any questions at all, please just pop me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye.